Hello and welcome to your Yoga Pro Wheel Basic Sequencing class. Go ahead and grab your wheel, come to your yoga mat, and let's begin. Starting on the knees, go ahead and grab the handlebars. With straight arms, take the wheel out as far as your body will allow. You may only be able to do a few of these, and you may not be able to go all the way down, but just go as far as you are comfortable. Remember to keep the arms straight and the core engaged. You want to exhale on the way down and inhale on the way up. Do as many as you possibly can. Once we are warmed up, we're going to roll up to standing. So go ahead and bring the wheel back, and we'll come to our heels and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Last thing to come up is the top of the head. Keeping the spine straight, tip forward from the hips, arms straight, and roll the wheel out to a plank position. We will slowly lower down and grab the yoga wedge to secure the wheel in place. With the wheel secure in place, we will grab the handlebars, push into downward facing dog, then dig our toes in using our hamstrings, pull the wheel back and roll all the way back up to a standing position. Starting again, tip from the waist, keep the spine straight, gentle shoulder stretch here, and then take it out to plank, lower down chaturanga into a very simple baby cobra, resting the sternum on the wheel, and then pushing back into downward facing dog. Repeating this sequence, dig your toes in and roll all the way back up to standing. Tip from the waist again, arms straight, back straight, roll yourself out, plank position, lower down for baby cobra, then tuck the toes under, push into downward facing dog. And again, use the hamstrings and the core to pull the wheel back and roll yourself back up, standing position. Tipping from the waist, spine straight, arms straight, roll it back out into plank. Exhale as you lower down chaturanga. Then getting a little warmer in the spine, roll the shoulder blades back, tuck the toes, push into downward dog. Digging the toes in, grab the handlebars, pull it back up. Last thing to come up is the top of the head. Last time. Tip forward, come into plank, lower down slowly, little gentle release here. You can gaze upward if that feels comfortable. Tuck the toes, push into downward facing dog. Going right into triangle pose or trikonasana. Take that right foot and step it forward, heel to heel alignment. Gently placing the right hand on the wheel, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Then grab the handlebars, step back into plank, lower down, chaturanga, baby cobra. Then tuck the toes, push back into downward dog. Left side, step it in, left hand on the wheel, right arm spins upward towards the sky. Stay for a few breaths, then rotate yourself down, grabbing onto the handlebars, stepping back into our plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Next we have pigeon pose. Take the right knee and bring it up to the wheel, making a 7 shape with the body. If you have a hard time keeping the hips square, take the yoga wedge and place it under the right hip, then either holding onto the handlebars or the wheel, gently extend the spine and gaze upward. Transitioning to the other side, you'll grab the handlebars, tuck the toe, push into downward dog, and then take the left knee and bring it into a backward 7 shape. Again, use the yoga wedge to square your hips if needed, pressing on the handlebars or the wheel. Gently extend the spine and gaze upward. Removing the yoga wedge, holding onto the handlebars, tuck your toe. We're going to push into downward dog. Slowly roll the wheel in, and we're going to transition onto our back. Now that we are warmed up, we can go into some gentle spine rolling. Remember to do this with caution and listen to your body. If you hear popping noises, that is completely normal. Don't be alarmed. Clasping the hands behind the head will help support the neck as you open up the shoulder blades and roll the wheel all the way up and down your spine. This will help relieve compression in your discs and also increase your spine flexibility. Our next stretch might cause a little bit of discomfort through the front of the chest and in the shoulders, so make sure to do it with caution. if you're able to grab onto the handlebars and place the wheel mid to low back, gently bring the elbows together and feel the wonderful stretch through the front of the chest and in the shoulders. Then, if you want to take this a little bit further, take your thumbs to the outside and grab the wheel with straight arms, taking the wheel back and in, using your core to lower yourself down and pull yourself back up. Remember to do this with caution, keeping the arms nice and straight. Only go as far as you can. To advance this further, you would hook the arms underneath the bar, drop the head back, and stay here as long as you felt comfortable. Either stay there or return back to some gentle spine rolling. Listening to the body, working the wheel all the way up to the neck and down to the tailbone. We will take this into a passive stretch if you're feeling comfortable. Gently, you will roll the wheel back, placing the top of your head on the ground. If your body will allow, straighten the legs, turn the palms up, and stay here. Remember to breathe, surrender, and relax. You may either stay here or hold onto the handlebars, roll to the back of your head and the upper back. Lift the legs straight, holding onto the wheel for shoulder stand. Remember to breathe. Then, gently taking the wheel out, holding the handlebars, legs can come over the head for plow pose or halasana. Gently give the wheel a little push, open the legs, grab the handlebars, roll forward and stretch the hamstrings and inner thighs. Then slowly roll yourself up, lay onto your back, put your feet on the wheel, and lift your bottom in the air. Working those hamstrings, we're going to lower and lift. So drop your bottom down to the mat, then back up, squeezing your glutes and your hamstrings as you do this. You'll feel the activation in your hamstrings. Balancing on the right foot, take the left leg and pulse it up. Then gently switch to the other side. Press up and pulse. To work the hamstrings even further, roll onto your heels. Take the wheel out and in as many times as possible. If this is too much, just hold steady. Taking this back into plow pose, lower down, grab the wheel as the legs come overhead. Then we're going to gently push the wheel away, open the legs, and come back into that straddle stretch. Stretching out the hamstrings and the inner thighs. Stretching out that left hamstring, go ahead and place the left foot onto the wheel. Tip forward, grabbing the handlebars. Flex the foot to activate it. Then lay back onto your back, lifting up in a single leg bridge, rolling the wheel out and in with the left leg. If you can, go ahead and see if you can balance with one foot on that wheel, lifting that right leg up into the air. Then slowly lower yourself down and stretch the left hamstring one more time. Let's do the other side. Take that right leg, bring it on the wheel, lean forward, grabbing the handlebars if that's available to you, stretching it out, rolling back, single leg bridge, rolling the wheel out and in. And if we can, we'll balance on the wheel as we lift the other leg up into the air. Then slowly lower down, stretching out that right hamstring, leaning forward, grabbing onto the handlebars. Time to transition onto our belly to do a little bit more back work. Rolling the wheel forward, go ahead and come on up, grab your yoga wedge to secure the wheel, push yourself back into downward facing dog, then come forward, lower down, chaturanga for an easy cobra. Beginners, you may just stay here. To work on bow pose, see if you can balance forward onto the wheel, using it for support. For bow pose, see if you can reach back and grab the ankles, rolling the shoulder blades back and gazing upward. To make it a little bit more advanced, you can reach down towards the shins or the knees and bring the toes towards the head. Holding onto the handlebars, pop back up into downward facing dog. Time for some plank work. Go ahead and remove the yoga wedge. Turn yourself around. Place your knees onto the wheel. And let's try to work Bakasana, taking the knees to the armpits and the wheel back out. Do this as many times as your body will allow. Then walk the arms forward, resting the shins on the wheel, lift one leg, then the other leg. Then slowly pike your hips all the way up and see if you can hold. Slowly lower yourself down, come off the wheel, and bring it forward for some shoulders. Dropping down to the knees, arms straight, take the wheel out, drop the chin, chest down, or maybe just the forehead. Then roll it in and back out to open the shoulders. Do this as you are comfortable. If the chin and chest doesn't come down, go ahead and just place the forehead down towards the ground. You can stay here for a few breaths. Then we'll transition back to our knees, working on more back flexibility with Ustrasana or camel pose. Beginners, keep your hands on your hips. More advanced, see if you can reach back and hold on to those handlebars. Either stay here or advance this further. With straight arms, take the wheel back and up, keeping your core engaged. Quads should be on fire. This is very challenging, so please do this with caution. This will help eventually for poses like Kapotasana. To begin working advanced back bends, you can place the wheel on the sacrum. Slowly roll yourself back. Top of the head may not touch the ground. If you want to advance this, you can push the ground away with straight arms. Maybe possibly reaching for the knees. To work hero pose and shoulder flexibility, go ahead and sit in between your heels. With straight arms, take the wheel back and in like we did earlier. If this is difficult for you, you can place a yoga wedge underneath your tailbone. Next, we're going to work on overhead shoulder flexibility. Roll the wheel to the upper mid-back. Then reach back and see if you can grab the edge of the wheel. Slowly sink your tailbone down and drop your head back. If possible, you can reach for the center bar or move the bar to one of the top holes. Rolling the wheel back and forth, sinking the tailbone down, you can play around here by either letting go and bringing the arms straight, sinking the wheel, just working on the thoracic spine mobility. Next, we're going to remove the bar and use it as a tool to help open the shoulders. So reach back and see if you can unscrew the bar and bring it in front of you. Then I want you to hold the bar in between your two hands, shoulder width apart. You will roll the wheel to the upper mid-back, keeping the arms straight, bringing them overhead, and then back towards your chest. You may drop the head back or keep it straight, whatever is most comfortable for you. You can hold this stretch here, or you can work on mobility, taking the bar back and forward. Remember to breathe, relax, and let go. We can hold a lot of tension in our shoulders. So just listen to your body and roll on the wheel as you hold the bar over your head. Allow yourself to be completely aware of everything that is going on with you. Just relax, let go, and slowly come out of it when you're ready. Next, we're going to use the bar for myofascial massage. So go ahead and find your way into a seated, comfortable position. We're going to place our left foot up onto the wheel, using the bar to massage the bottom of the foot. I want you to roll up and down the foot until you find that nice tender spot and hold it there. Breathe. Then when you're ready, switch and do the other side. Rolling up and down the foot until you find that tender spot and hold it there as you stretch out through the hamstrings and the calf. Remember to breathe, relax, let go. Next, sit up tall, reach back and see if you can internally rotate through that left arm and overhand with that right arm. Then switch, stretching out the shoulders. Then massaging the back of the neck, we'll take the bar and just roll up and down the neck. Find that tender area where you feel tension, rolling it behind the ear and all the way up into the hairline. This might feel really good, so stay here as long as you're comfortable, rolling all the way up and down the neck. getting rid of any knots or tension and releasing the fascial tissue that surrounds that area. Winding down now for our final posture, go ahead and roll onto your back, placing the wheel mid-spine. Then I want you to grab a yoga wedge and place it under your head. You can keep the knees bent and just stay here. Relax and breathe. If you'd like a little bit more of a stretch, feel free to remove the yoga wedge and straighten the legs. Completely up to you. We'll stay here for a few moments, getting in our final passive stretch. Relax, surrender, and let go. Slowly roll yourself up. I want you to transition now to laying flat on your back with the wheel right underneath your feet for final relaxation. Go ahead and place the soles of the feet together, opening up the knees nice and wide. Relax your breath and get comfortable. If you'd like more support for your low back, turn the wheel and place it underneath your knees. Start to relax, let go, and just breathe normally. Relax the mind. And begin to turn your awareness inward. Observing all that is around you and how you feel. As you take your next breath in, say to yourself, I am thankful. And as you exhale out, say, I am grateful. Inhale, I am thankful. Exhale, I am grateful. You can continue this breath pattern for the next few moments, or if you're ready to come on up, feel free. Thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome day.